shows up here the notification on the corner saying this meeting is now live on YouTube, and it's like things just got really formal out of nowhere.
Right. We are live on YouTube. So this is the Read With Friends live show. Does everyone want to say hi?
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
Alrighty. So I am going to update our channel links. All of our links are going to be down below, and we're going to start going through everybody that is currently on here. I have to also pull up so I can read the comments because I don't want to. Does everyone want to say hi? Hey. Hi. Oops. That's okay. All right, so let's start with Jessie. We're gonna start with you because you're over here, and I'm just going in order of my screen. But tell us what your channel name is, what you do on your channel, and also what you're currently reading today.
My name is Jessie. My channel on YouTube is just Jessie Stump. I mostly read thrillers, but I've been getting more into the romance part of reading, and I am going to be reading Darling Rose Gold.
Ooh, that's such a good one.
Yeah, I'm about 50% into it, and I'm enjoying it so far.
I really like that one.
That's awesome. All right. Emily, you're next.
So my name's Emily, I should have said, and my channel is A Little Writer M, and I talk about mainly romance and thriller books, and also a lot of writing vlogs and things like that as well. And I am currently reading No Exit by Taylor Adams.
Oh my gosh, you guys are reading like my favorite books right now.
And I just finished Darling Rose Gold.
Oh my god, No Exit is so good.
Oh, really?
I want to read that so bad.
That's awesome. All right. Let's see who's next. Sophia, you're next.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Sophia. My channel is Sophia Reads. I read a little bit of everything. I would say top ones are probably mystery thriller, like contemporary, adult, and also young adult, but I can be persuaded to read just about anything. And today I'm going to be reading Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie.
Yes!
I'm not spoiled, but I'm super excited to get into this one. And the other one that I might be picking up if I get tired of that one, I don't think I will, but is What If It's Us by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera.
Have fun.
Nice. Alrighty. Let's see. Kat, you're next.
Well, I'm Kat. My channel is Kat Tats, and I'll kind of read anything too. I would say I mostly read thrillers and contemporary, but yeah, I'll kind of pick up anything. But tonight I'm reading He Started It by Samantha Downing.
Oh, I need to read that this month. Are you currently reading it?
Yeah, I only have about like a little over 100 pages left, but I heard the publish date got pushed back to June now.
It did. Or is it June or July?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Sucks.
That does suck.
I'm very, very upset about that. I've been waiting for that book for like the longest time.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sorry, I just finished. Well, hold on. I gotta see who's next. Chantel, you're next. Sorry, I just finished updating all the links in the description box, so go check them out, everyone.
Hey, I'm Chantel. My channel is K Books, and I read, pretty much anything, but mainly like romance and fantasy. And I'm dabbling in thrillers lately, which has been fun. But I'm reading Crescent City, which rocked up yesterday, so I'm so excited.
Everyone has said that one's really good.
Really good.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. Is it? Yay.
Yeah.
Chanel, you're next.
Ooh, okay. Hello, I'm Chanel, and my channel is Chanel Time. I pretty much read everything except horror, but my top genres are YA, contemporary, and then fantasy and romance. On my channel, I do movie commentary as well as bookish videos. So if you like movie commentary, hop over to my corner. Right now, I'm reading The Secret History.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm having a time. It's really interesting.
I DNF'd that one.
I DNF'd it too.
I DNF'd it.
100% see the DNFing.
Like everyone's nervous to say it.
I haven't tried reading it yet.
Yeah, it must be said. There's something about that book that's just kind of.
All right, Rain, you're next.
Okay, so my channel is Brews and Binds, and I pretty much read everything, but like I really don't read a ton of like romance or contemporaries, but I read a lot of mystery thrillers and horror and some fantasy. Like I've gotten into fantasy in the last couple of years, so I'm just getting into it, but I'm loving it so far. And oh yeah, and I'm reading Devil's Call, which is like, it's kind of like set in like the Old West, but it's basically like about a witch who goes after the man who murders her husband. It's like a revenge story, and it's pretty great so far.
Nice. Fun.
I was muted because my dog was going outside and was literally like running around in circles. Molly, you're next.
Hi, I'm Molly. My channel's Mind of Molly, and I normally read fantasy and thrillers. I'm quite picky about romance, but I will read it. And tonight I'm reading The Grace Year by Kim Liggett.
Oh, my favorite.
Nice.
Yeah. I've read like a chapter of it just to like test it out beforehand, and it seems quite good.
That's the one that's like kind of dystopian, right?
Yeah. It's like set in a village where when girls turn 16, they get sent away for a year so they can like get rid of like their magic or whatever before they can either be married off or something.
I really liked that one. I gave it 5
Literally read
stars.
one chapter.
Oh my God, it's so good.
It is. It's so good.
So good.
Yeah,
I'm
I think.
Excited. That's all right.
Can you show that cover though? That looks. Are you in the UK? Because that's really pretty, and I have.
Yeah, that's the UK one.
That's really pretty. I like
Wow.
that.
I like it.
See, I love the US cover.
I feel like that's how it always is. We love your covers, we love our covers.
I think that's the book that we're reading and discussing in either April or May in my book club.
Yeah, it's April, I think. It's just convenient because it was it was already on my TBR for the Hours Magical Readathon. And then I saw on your book club that it was one of the picks. I was like, great. Love that for me.
Cool. I hope it's good. I'm kind of waiting to hear what other people say about it before I put it on my TBR because I'm afraid. Oh shoot. Now it moved all the people around. Hold on. I gotta figure out who's next. Kira, you can go next. Oh, you're muted.
Hi. So I'm Kira. My channel is Kira Foster, so just my name. I do read pretty much anything, but I'd say my favorite is probably like contemporary literary fiction and like classics. But the book I'm reading today is quite different from that. I'm reading The Silence of the Girls, which is a Trojan War retelling. And I'm reading this as a buddy read with some other booktubers. But I'm really excited to read it because this week I've been doing yoga teacher training, so I've not read all week except for anatomy books. So I'm looking forward to reading something interesting.
Nice. That cover looks really nice.
Yeah, it's a cool cover.
That's awesome. Gabby, you're next.
Oh, hi. My name is Gabby, and my channel is Gabby Reads, and I mostly read like thrillers and romances, and I like contemporaries and literary fiction and horror. Like the only thing I don't really read a lot of is fantasy, just because I feel like I'm too impatient to like take time, honestly. But yeah, and as far as like what I'm currently reading, I'm kind of like in the middle of trying to do like 2 different reading vlogs right now, but I'm like not loving either of the books yet, so it's been kind of rough. But I'm like 100 pages into 11/22/63 by Stephen King. Yeah, I'm kind of like, it's like slow for a start, but I just got to part 2, so I'm just gonna try to push through and read it. And I'm also reading The Handmaid's Tale for the first time, and this one's also kind of a slow start, but I'm like 70 pages in, so I might be reading either one of these. I don't know yet.
Yeah, I tried The Handmaid's Tale like a couple years ago when I first started getting back into reading, and I was like, I hated it. Like I could not get through it. Like the writing style was just not for me.
It's slow and there's no quotation marks around the dialogue. So
one of my favorites.
The first time I read it, I actually DNF'd it, but my mom like kept pushing it on me because my favorite book is The Giver. So I DNF'd it, I returned it to the library, and then I was like, no, I just need to push through it. So I finally pushed through it and read it, and I liked it. It was okay.
It's worth it.
I wouldn't compare it to my favorite book of all time or anything, but it's worth it if you push yourself through it. I think at least as like a foundational, book in the genre.
Have you seen the TV show? Because I've heard like the TV show's a lot better, but I haven't seen it, so I've
seen the first.
I watched yeah, me too. I watched the first season, but it also is kind of slow, so I never got into the second season then because I was just like,
It was kind of weird because the TV show went further than the book, and then Margaret Atwood wrote a sequel, but it was like she'd used the TV show as the inspiration for the sequel.
Right.
So it was kind of strange the way it worked out, but it is a good book, I think.
Yeah. Huh.
Okay. Allie, I think you're next.
Hello, my name is Allie. I'm from Mrs. Dunn Reads. I read a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm not super into fantasy. I've been trying so hard to get into it. That's why I'm like, I don't know about Crescent City, even though everyone's reading it and liking it. I'm just nervous.
I think it's a difficult one to just like jump in to start with because it's quite a lot.
I just read The Wicked King and everyone loves it and I did not. And I just read Middle Game and everyone loved it and I did not.
No, not everybody loves Middle Game. I gave it 2 stars, so.
Okay, it's not too even, but it just.
I haven't read either.
Okay.
Oh, I'm afraid.
But I keep trying, but I'm mainly into like romance, contemporary, thrillers I've been really into lately, murder mysteries. So I read a lot of different stuff. And then tonight I'm going to be reading an adult romance, Circle of Desire by Carla Swafford. And I've read it before, but in like high school when I shouldn't have been reading it. So I'm reading it again with Angel from Jurassic Reads, and I want to see if it's as good as I remember it, or if I was just really naive and young and just stumbled upon a romance I shouldn't have been reading.
You're brave reading romance on a Zoom call. Chandler did that last week, and she
that was
like,
so funny.
I watched that one, and she said it was like a really steamy scene. Like,
yeah, it was during.
Did everybody go back and rewind and try and like find?
I just remember when it was like parts where we were just all muted and she was like the main person that was on my big screen on Zoom, and then at just one point I just remember looking up and she was like down, and just her eyes went really big. It was really funny.
Oh my gosh,
that is funny.
We'll see what happens.
Jessica, you are next.
Hi. Yeah, I'm Jessica. I'm from Peace Love Books, and I primarily read romance. I do love fantasy, but I like it when it has romance in my fantasy. I don't like just like straight up fantasy. And I like thrillers. I've been getting into thrillers more lately. But typically I read romance. I have my Kindle. I'm reading Girl Gone Viral by Alicia Rye. It's the second book to the Right Swipe. So that comes out April 21st, I think. So yeah, I'm like 12% in and it's good so far. So we'll see how it goes.
Hold on, Girl Gone Viral is a book 2? Because I had that and I didn't know it was.
It can be read as a standalone, but it is book 2. It's her friend from book 1.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
A lot
can
of
be read as standalone then. Fine.
Romance books are doing that now, where it's like a book 2, but it's like the best friends or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, that's kind of good that like then you can read it and you don't have to read the first one.
It makes it
good. Gwen, I think you're the only one. No. Magnet too. Okay, sorry, Gwen, you go next. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Everyone moved around, so I didn't know who I got and who I didn't get.
My name is Gwen. My channel is Gwendolyn Kinsinger, like my full name. I read mystery thriller. Mainly, I like thriller more than mystery. I like poetry. I like contemporary romance. And every once in a while, I'll find a good fantasy or a good sci-fi, but it's pretty rare. Tonight, I'm going to be reading The Dilemma by B.A. Paris. I got this early from Book Depository because it's not out in the US yet. So that's why I have it.
Is yours orange?
No, it's yellow. It's just hard to see.
Yeah,
but it's
mine's blue.
Yeah, it's so weird because when I ordered it off of Book Depository, it had a totally different cover, and I was like, yeah, that's like it wasn't that one.
Yeah, that's the one I have. Is what Molly has.
It was like white, and it had the red, and I was like, oh, I'm so excited to get that one. And then I got this one, and at first I was like, not loving it, but now I love the cover because I'm like, I don't have a lot of yellow on my bookshelf, so I'm like, it works.
Yeah.
I don't
the
like
one
it
with the
because
red.
it's so stiff.
Oh, yours
I'm
isn't
sitting here-
hardcover either.
Yeah, it's so stiff. So I have
It looks
a
like the
hard
UK
time reading it.
paperbacks.
Yeah, but I'm only like 20 pages in, so I just started it.
That's the only thing I liked about You Are Not Alone. It was a nice floppy paperback.
Oh, no. That's so horrible.
Molly, was that you?
But I'm actually currently reading that.
Floppy paperback.
I'm actually reading that now, Jacqueline. And I was like, I'm not going to read it because I haven't watched her vlog yet. But I was like, I don't think she liked it. So I'm going to try something new.
Oh my god. I feel like I have the worst luck with popular books. Every single time someone's like, oh my god, this book is amazing. Wow, beautiful.
Yeah.
Sorry for me. Like the only book that I can think of that was actually 5 stars was The Hunger Games. Everything I've read that people
Wow.
before, I'm like,
yeah.
Video, Chanel, your Hunger Games video, I was dying laughing at you.
I was dying too. You don't understand. After reading that book, I literally, oh my god, I took like 4 pages of notes because I was like, okay, if this happens, then I'm gonna be prepared. This leaf probably doesn't exist, but I will find it.
That's funny. Okay, Maganette, you're next. I think you're the last one then, I think.
Saving the best for last.
Yes.
So my channel has the very original name of Manganette, which is the nickname I go by. I read mostly thrillers, but my channel has literally everything from travel vlogs, reading vlogs, cleaning the house videos sometimes. Basically everything that I feel like sharing, I just put it there. So it's just literally everything in that channel. There's no theme to it, just randomness.
That's fine.
So tonight I'm going to be reading this one. If only I could tell you.
Oh, nice.
I've already started and I'm nearly finishing it. And in case it gets too emotional, because I heard it does pull on the feels, I also have this one because no one wants to see me crying on camera, right? I also have this one.
That one's so good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I've heard
everyone
a lot of
says
good things
that.
about that.
I've started this one already, but I'm only like 60 pages in.
Oh my god, it's so good. So good.
Yeah, so that's it. That's my plans for tonight.
Awesome.
That's what I was kind of worried about Devil's Call because I've already cried like twice reading that.
No, oh my god, I hate books that cry.
So,
I
I do
run.
have my Dark Vanessa too.
Everyone's going to be here like sobbing in 2 hours.
Yeah.
If I read anything that's literally 1% sad, I'll be like, no, she stubbed her foot.
I like sad books. I think I just really like, I guess, the emotion in the books.
Yeah,
me too.
same.
I like
I do
when the
too.
books hit me in the face.
If a book can make me
Yeah.
cry, it's almost guaranteed to get 5 stars from me.
Yeah,
me
100%.
too.
Yeah.
Or like any type of like really crazy feelings too.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather like really dislike something that's happening in a book than just being like, I don't know what I like felt for this book. Like nothing. I'm gonna forget
Especially if it's meant to bring that emotion out of you. Like if it's not just like that emotion because you're like, oh, I don't like the book. But if it's meant to like evoke anger from me, like in a specific scene, then like that shows it's done well.
Yeah.
I was felt about all the ugly and wonderful things because I just read that and I was like, how do I rate this? Because I'm like so
it's so
angry,
good.
I'm, like grossed out, but like at the same time, like I couldn't stop reading it, and I'm still not sure how I'm gonna rate it yet.
I love that book. Okay, so I'm Jacqueline from We Book, and obviously, if you're on this live show, you're probably you might not be subscribed to me. But I like read pretty much the majority thrillers. I've definitely gotten more into reading romance, but if I read romance, it's usually like an emotional romance because I don't really like a lot of the romance tropes. Like I despise hate to love. And so I usually go for the more like sad, like romance books, or even like if it's a married couple, then that's even like better. But I am going to be reading, I'm just starting. I literally have not read one single page yet. Before We Were Yours, which is going to be, or it is a historical fiction. And I think I've only read like one other historical fiction like ever in my life. So I'm like really scared about reading it, but everyone says it's really emotional. So I guess I will like it. But I'm going to go through the comments really quick to make sure we didn't like miss anybody's questions. And then we're going to get started with reading. So we all mute, and then we're going to read for an hour. So those of you that are like watching us, you can also read for an hour with us on here. I know a lot of people like hop on halfway through and they're like, why are they so quiet? What's going on?
We should all put like a paper in front of the camera saying reading for an hour.
Yeah. I know, I wish I could like pin something like at the top of the chat. So let's see. Hi, Drew. How are you doing? Yeah. Oh, Drew knew that the release date got pushed back for, he started it.
I know, I was really, really bummed about that because I know I saw like Gabby read that and she loved it. She read it in like a day, I think. And I was like, oh man, I can't wait for this. And then I heard it got pushed back and I was like super bummed because I read My Lovely Wife and I really liked that one. So
me too. Yeah. I love that one.
That's so good. Wow. The ending shook me up.
Mm-hmm. I had heard that they were possibly making it into like a movie or a show too.
Oh my god. If they make it a movie, I feel like it's gonna be so similar to Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
I think Amazon bought the rights for it, if I remember correctly. So I don't know if that helps.
Gabby, someone asked if you've read any novels by Grady Hendrix.
Oh, no. I don't know who that is.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who that is either.
Horror. That's horror. I just read My Best Friend's Exorcism by him. And it was so good. It's like totally like 80s nostalgia. It's so good. I love it. I read that and Horror Store, which is like it's kind of the book looks like an IKEA catalog and like all of
I've seen that.
Yeah, it has like the different like weird furniture and then it gets like more like nefarious like later on. It's weird. Like it's really good.
I have a question about horror.
Kind of horror, but funny horror. I don't know.
If you don't like horror movies, are you probably not going to like reading horror? That's why I haven't read it yet, because I hate horror movies. I get so scared. I'm such a chicken.
I don't. Well, I feel like you'd be safe with Grady Hendrix just because he's like horror parody, like just like funny horror. But like, I don't know. I love horror movies, so I'm probably the wrong person to answer that. But I mean, I definitely think you'd be safe with Grady Hendrix.
Like, I want to try it, but I'm so scared that I'm not going to be able to sleep.
Honestly, I read Pretty Girl and I could not. I was so scared that somebody was going to snatch me in my room that I was locking the door every day, checking the windows. I live on the 3rd floor, man, and I was like, okay, there's no ladder. I would hear it squeak, and I would be so scared. So I don't think I can read horror.
I love horror, but I hate gore. So yeah,
I'd rather have just like gore. I think I don't know. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think the thing that freaked me out the most was that it was something that could actually happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you could really just get snatched, like minding your business.
I like gore as well.
Graphic.
Yeah,
Pretty Girls
I like
is really
gore.
Definitely. If a book can make me be looking at it, because usually I have literally no emotions, no feels, no anything. I'm just like dead on the inside. So if a book can make me go like, then it's a good book.
Yeah.
That's funny. So I think Jessica, you were the one that asked people what they were reading, because I totally forgot to ask like everybody that's watching like what you guys are reading. But my friend Penny said she's reading Brittany C. Cherry's new book, Southern Storms. Have any of you guys read that?
No.
Never heard of it.
Brittany C. Cherry. I haven't read that though.
Yeah, I haven't read that one, but I've read some of her other stuff. All right, so I'm just like making sure I didn't miss anybody's important questions. Ooh, someone's reading My Dark Vanessa. I actually have that book, but I haven't.
I've just bought it. It's coming on Monday.
Nice.
I
feel like I'm probably gonna like that.
Came through. Yeah, my library hold just came through, and that's probably what I'm gonna read if I finish this, because I only have like 100 pages left. So
that's awesome.
Probably what I'll pick up.
They said it's a tough subject, but very well written. So I'm looking forward to that.
It's not like a fun story, but it's like
didn't you just
you
read
can't
that,
stop
Beth?
reading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just read it last month.
Somebody said, Amy, if you read Lock and Key, that's my favorite graphic novel horror. I'm watching 3 shows on Netflix. I actually watched like the first episode of Lock and Key, but I didn't really get into it.
I read the first 2 graphic novels, but the show kind of looks like, or the movie, I think it's a movie, right? But it kind of looks like it's like Disney-fied, I guess. Like it kind of looks like it's made for a
it
younger
did feel
audience.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look like what the graphic novel is, which is supposed to be like horror. I don't know. So I'm kind of, I don't know. It doesn't look that good to me. I haven't tried it, but.
Well, someone asked, where are you from, Manganette?
Yeah, I just answered. I'm Portuguese, living in the
Sorry.
UK. No, it's fine.
I was not. Oh, I
Yeah,
see
I'm
your comment
Portuguese.
now. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't want to interrupt everyone and be like, oh, by the way.
No, you're good.
So I was just like, oh, I'll just type it.
All right. Well, is everyone? Whoops, sorry. Is everyone ready to read? Start reading.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So we will read for an hour. We'll unmute at well, it's 8. It'll be 8:30 my time, but just an hour from wherever you are, whatever the time is from there. So yeah, you all can start reading. And I'll try and remind people in the comments when they're like, why are all these people just sitting here? All right, everybody. Everybody that's watching, you can go ahead and let us know like how far you got with your reading in the comments. Or if you finished the book, you can let us know like what you thought of your book as well. I think some people finished. I'm gonna go ahead and call each of us out so we can update you guys on what we've been reading. So Jessie, I'll start with you.
Okay. Again, I'm reading Darling Rose Gold, and I think I read about 60 pages, give or take. I feel like nothing really has changed. I'm still liking it, but nothing like crazy's happened.
And how far are you away from the end again?
I'm on page 192, so I got a little over 100 pages, but
okay.
If you're wondering where I'm at, she just met Phil, if you know who that is.
Okay.
So.
Well, then, yeah, it'll get interesting from there.
Yeah, I mean, it's already interesting, and I'm just kind of waiting for like something big to happen in the book. So, so I'm not sure if Phil's going to be the person or not.
Yeah. Emily?
I am on 50% of No Exit, and I started on 3%, so I've like read quite a lot.
Whoa.
Wow.
It is tense. Oh my gosh. I don't know how I'm going to sleep.
You like pick the best books to read during these live shows because last week you were reading November 9.
I know, yeah, they're all like recommendations from you.
And it only gets better too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, No Exit is so good.
The bit with the, I mean, I'm not going to spoil it, but the bit with the brother.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, just you wait.
That's on my TBR for this month, so I may have to pick up that one next then.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it.
Literally No Exit ends. Like even the last page, I was like,
I was just gonna say that. Like I was like, the ending for that book is just so good. I had to go back and reread the last couple sentences because I was like, no,
yeah,
seriously.
The twists and turns literally don't stop until the back cover of the book.
Literally, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have like a little thing in mind that I'm like predicting. Obviously, I'm not going to say it, but I'm just waiting to see.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong.